Hey, isn't that Nahida? Nahida! Paimon didn't think we'd run into you here.
Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? What have you two been up to? Seems like...
How about you? What are you up to?
I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air. I noticed that I have some blurry memories after saving... I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do. But I can't remember what it is.
Hmm? Why is that? Don't worry, we'll help you remember.
Thank you so much. Since you're willing to help, I have something I'd like to show you.
Ooh, it's beautiful. It looks like it's filled with some kind of power.
I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana, but I have no recollection of it whatsoever. It's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine, but yet it's also a little different. It's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is.
Traveler, do you have any ideas? You know, Nahida, we just happen to be going on an adventure right now. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know right away.
Thanks, you two.
Don't mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to help.
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here! I'm sorry, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Fungi don't usually come near this place. Last warning! Get out before—
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell us something.
But Great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Please, don't worry. I think I understand. Seems that it wants us to follow it.
You can understand it?
Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, the emotions we experience are all the same. I can feel its anxiety and fear. It's in dire need of our help.
Well, fungi are... that's true. Okay.
All right, lead the way.
Although they all look about the same, some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see.
It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting.
That's not too different from how humans think sometimes.
That's what I meant by shared emotions. It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus.
Seems like they might be fans, so maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida here to...
Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, they're very sensitive to elemental power. Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness.
What is it, Nahida?
Strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form.
Huh? An element?
Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental powers, They're merely borrowing elemental power from... As for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not anything like your typical fungus. Exactly.
So this is a first even for Nahida.
But that's not all. There's a large void within its elemental power. The void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it fainted.
So do you think it'll wake up if we can fill the void?
Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what I can do right away. My power was compatible. Looks like everything is fine now.
Lord of Dendro? Is it really the Lord of Dendro? Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me. Thank you, as well as the stranger and creature next to you.
Ah! It can talk?
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon, it...
Hello, Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance. I will only know you are able to speak once you have spoken.
Oh, well... But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to...
You misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that are more important than speaking. So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like you before, so I dared not make the assumption that you could speak. Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms but completely different interiors. Just like fungi and...
Did this fungus study at the academia? It seems even more talkative than...
You're not a fungus, are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that you must have questions. It might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much using this strange voice. Me, 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 me. It says that it's very thankful.
I was confident that I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat, even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes. However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elemental life forms, what are you? And
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence. My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush grass covered the land, and my family until the apocalypse came and changed my home forever. A horrifying power consumed all there was. The seeds of catastrophe nested and grew inside of us. We were victims of the apocalypse. Yet, in time, we also became the apocalypse itself.
The apocalypse?
I'm not sure what it means either.
It's a long and complicated story. It will take me some time.
Don't worry, we'll listen.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my home. We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
Your home was destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean you're from the desert?
It's said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my home. That may sound a little odd, as it is very important to both me and my family.
Yes, how could you?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A part of my knowledge and...
I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when the forbidden... I'm sorry.
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to apologize. Without your help, and not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining forbidden...
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be...
My home should be safe now. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never found a way to save my home.
It's not your fault. Every species paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. This is not a responsibility. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family...
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. I'll leave the rainforest to the Aranara. And as for the city, there are...
Oh yeah, they'll give us a hand.
Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now. That should do it. It may take some time to find them, so let's wait for it.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of the agreement. You might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in. That the Lord of Dendro will bring...
Ah, I see. But I'm very concerned about your homeland. This is
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me, the...
But didn't you say that you don't know?
Yes, but I know their end. I will
There's something that I'm very concerned about. Yes. I didn't mention it just now, but the elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that of the fungus.
What?
Exactly. The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I made with an elemental life form that once represented... I had to deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. The process, however, took away that sequence of events would explain the persistent feeling that I had unfinished.
Makes sense. Too bad it's unable to...
Yeah, I've been trying to think of a place that fits the description of its homeland. Agreed. I really want to send them home, so they won't have to wander around anymore.
The road here is a little rough. I'll lead the way.
Don't worry, Paimon can handle any road! Ah! Enemies! You're up, traveler!
Gotcha. Incoming. Ah! With sword comes shadow. Look alive! Ah! Ah! Quietly now.
Amazing. With such skills, you all would have definitely been able to find a way to survive the apocalypse.
Hey! Paimon has been meaning to ask. You all didn't originally look like this.
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change. After communicating with various living organisms in Sumeru, we discovered that thus, we gradually took the form of fungi and became a part of their group.
It's hard to believe that's even...
The most important instinct any life form possesses is adapting to the environment. I don't think that your hand is shaped like that for a reason, so you are able to grip and use tools more easily. The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend with the environment and fend off natural... We are dendro life forms, one of the most ancient life forms in this land. That is why we are so adept.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to, Paimon could change it?
Not as freely, I'm afraid. You would require a long time to make that. Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain. Putting it as you cannot make a sprout grow into a giant tree instantly.
I see. Humans have a term for this. It's called growth.
Ah, you're so smart, Nahida! Paimon gets it now!
Growth. I see. Yes, then this is what you would call a most beautiful word. I shall enjoy it more.
How much farther is it?
We're about halfway there. You're doing great, Paimon. Do you need me to carry you on my back?
Huh? Oh, no! Paimon was just curious! Paimon isn't that tired.
You seem to enjoy taking care of others.
You think so? Does the Lord of Dendro need to be carried?
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't you fly up and sit on top of my head?
We can figure out who will carry who later! We have monsters here! Memory.
Incoming. Hey, cut to the chase.
I think we may have a different understanding of carrying someone. No matter whether it's tired or not, my child is always
Child? You mean the fungi we ran into earlier?
Yes. One was my friend, and the other was my child.
Why can't your kid speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect the original state of the fungi species here. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to...
Oh, then it must be a, like...
You have an odd taste.
Huh? Paimon thinks...
Strange and cute at the same time. It's a name only.
That's what...
The name I came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. I learned its name is... I'm sorry, but I've forgotten. Seems like I've forgotten many important things. Yes, I must remember... Yes, this way. We're almost...
It's... the withering.
Yes, I have heard heard humans also call it. It's the last form we take when we are at the end of our...
It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life, they...
Yes. I would have also suffered the same fate if it wasn't for the Lord.
So, previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of the withering. But even if forbidden knowledge has been completely removed, its influence still remains. They've been tormented by forbidden knowledge for a long time. But what a sad and pitiful end.
When I left my homeland, flowers like these filled the fields. Each bloom, they grew in the pristine lakes, in the fertile soil. They grew everywhere. Until the world suddenly lost all its color. But it's all right. Our life essence, elemental power, after an adventure...
But that would mean you...
It's okay. That's not important anymore. I just hope it's not right to leave them to simply perish in the open like... Now that we finally have the chance to return home, each one I
understand. Just leave it to us. So you're worried about... It's fine. It's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with a highly venomous snake. But when all that's left is its skeleton, there's nothing to worry about.
Paimon doesn't get what you two are talking about. Then let's do this. We've dealt with the...
Speed of light. Huh?
Things are about to get dicey.
Let's get it on. Hi. Don't blink. Hey.
Take it easy.
With sword comes shadow. You asked for it.
Busted.
Incoming. Huh?
This way through the little.
Winging it wasn't the best idea.
Hey!
As I expected, it's the last of my kind that I'm aware of. So it wasn't able to make it to the end. If only it could have held on.
I hope that you will be free of this pain.
Just thinking about how many elemental life forms have...
It's okay. As long as elemental power still exists, then an external form is but a gift of time. Through growth comes change, and even abandonment of previous.
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able to cure them earlier. But I will cure all of them. Even if it...
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. So, they found a fungus that matches the description I gave them. It's currently unconscious.
It must be in a similar situation as I was.
Okay, follow me. We're close now. It's just a little further inside.
But there are so many fungi here. They're probably all ordinary fungi, right? Yeah, they won't be happy to see us.
No fighting. These are all its family. Although we belong to different species, we've spent a long time living among the They can be reasonable, as long as...
What should we do? But you'll need Nahida's power if you want to save that...
I've got an idea. Can you
You want to transform into a fungus? But
Nahida is a god! Changing into a fungus...
even gods can't bend the laws of time so easily.
Then we'll have to enter with the risk of being noticed. But if spending some of my power will guarantee the safety of you and its family...
All right. You will have to use power equal to that which is required to break through. I will lend you the relevant knowledge that I have. It shouldn't...
All right, I'm ready.
Lord of Dendro, this is nothing to joke about.
All right! Let's not get hung up here. If it's really...
Okay.
Wow! You really turned into a fungus!
It's actually not too bad. My perspective in this form, the unconscious fungus, is just below here. Can you...
Oh, how do we do that?
I'll get close to them while you make your way over from above. You should be able to identify them using Then, all you have to do is repeat the correct answer in your mind. As long as I'm able to see you, then I'll be able to hear your answer.
Okay, got it.
Let me lure away the fungi up top and make way.
All right, good luck, Nahida. Let's go.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant, so I'd better go around. Why is it reacting like that? Uh-oh, the fungus on patrol. No. There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant. Nana! It seems they didn't notice me. It seems that fungus won't be moving for them. This is the spot. I'll hide and wait for the... So this is the one.
Nahida?
I never knew that it was so tiring. I even used the techniques that it taught.
The power of time accumulates slowly and goes unnoticed. A great thank you for everything you've done. All seems to have gone according to plan.
Who are you? I apologize. Language is not easy. Need long time.
It's okay, I have good news. Let me explain it to you the fungi way.
A apocalypse ended? Go home now?
Yes. Unfortunately, I've forgotten where home is. I was hoping...
Really? That's great!
Home, Dendro Dragon.
Dendro Dragon. Ah, yes! The Dendro Dragon! I'm sorry, I just got so excited. I've probably never expressed such emotions before. But yes, our home is the Dendro Dragon.
Oh, wait a minute. Paimon's confused.
Yes, they're both dragons, but Apep, the Dendro Dragon, has been around for longer, but I don't quite understand. Why would you...
Because we live inside the Dendro Dragon.
The Dendro Dragon. Inside. Very big. Mountains, water, trees. Us.
There is an entire world inside the Dendro Dragon's body. The Dendro Dragon nurtured. It once told us in a majestic voice that once we finally matured, however, that day never came. Our homeland...
Paimon's still confused.
Yes, a very good example. It appears that you're much smarter than Paimon. The only difference is that the Dendro Dragon is much, much larger than any...
Wait, then if that's the case...
Yes, that is correct. What has suddenly made you look so worried, Lord of Dendro?
Apep is the most adaptable life form in the world. The forbidden knowledge should have become a part of its body a long time, which means that if all the...
And a big void will also form inside the...
I'm afraid so. Its body and soul have probably been in terrible No wonder I haven't seen Apep for so long. But how did it get contaminated? Was it... But anyway, Apep disappeared and has been gone ever since that time. Yes! How could I ever... If the Dendro Dragon fails to hang on, the elemental power inside it will no longer be able to maintain its form, and Dendro elemental power of that concentration will cause the rainforest. Giant trees will completely block out the sun. Plants and humans will fight over oxygen. Sumeru will no longer be suitable for...
Hey, what about the crystal? Why don't you show it to them and see if they...
Yes, I'm sorry. Here, have you two ever seen anything like this before?
No.
Its power feels very familiar. Like something from our homeland, but I don't know. I'm sorry, our memories aren't very...
It's okay. I'll contact my helpers just as I did before and see if they can locate your... I'm counting on you all. Your info is crucial to us now. Let's wait for their reply again, though I know we...
Thank you. Family bringing fruit.
I explained to them that you aren't hostile. After seeing you save it, its family is very grateful.
Go home, leave. Hard decision. Don't know. They are weak. I worry. If waiting, then
Don't worry. I understand what your family is very important to us. No matter when we were actually family. It has done a lot to protect this territory and can't help but worry now that it's about to leave. Can you do one last thing for...
Of course. I can relate to how it's... I need to organize my...
thank you. Thank you. Tend soil. Don't like plants.
There are two things that it wants you to do. One is to look after the land that the food is grown in, and the other is to...
Soil. There.
Paimon understood that! No need to translate.
Take it easy. How was I so...
Wait for delivery.
Incoming. Whew. That should be all of them.
Yeah, I've calmed down now. But it doesn't seem like...
Can you tell us about the Dendro Dragon? We don't know.
Well, the history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Teyvat. Sumeru was Apep's territory. In those days, the lush rainforest covered the entire...
Oh, so there was no desert back?
Not at first. That came when a giant spike fell from the sky, turning a huge section of the rainforest into sand. In an attempt to adapt to its new environment, Apep changed color from the emerald...
No wonder those two elemental life forms are always tough.
Apep has always seen itself as the master of Sumeru, and has refused to recognize the new order that was established. Even now, however, powerless against the power in the sky, and then the forbidden knowledge many millennia later, it's been unable to stir up any trouble. Conflicts between the two sides are destined to continue until, as far as I know, Apep had been slumbering in the desert, and King Desh... I'm not sure what may have led it to become involved, but the crystal that I have in my possession is probably the key to...
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. Family happy.
You really like them, don't you?
Family like. Do you not like our family?
That's not what Paimon meant. It's just that you guys aren't actually...
Does that matter? Family likes me.
What it's trying to say is that as long as family members get along well, that you place importance on appearances, but we do not. We find the experiences, knowledge, and connections these are all things that are more reliable than mere external appearances. These are the fruit.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Looks can always change. Paimon would still follow you around.
Oh? Still nothing new from the forest. Seems like we won't be able to find your other family members for now. It appears we are out of leads to follow. And if no... It's okay. It isn't your fault. I don't think it... Maybe it's because the crystal has a very close connection to Forbid... And if that's the case, finding the other fungi still would...
The crystal and the Lord of Dendro. Do you still remember?
I do.
The prophecy is a story that connects events of the past and the future. A family member once said that the apocalypse is a part of us, and that there is value in preserving. The rest of the family did not approve of its opinion at the time, so it...
Preserving the apocalypse? Do you mean that there's still some that hasn't been eliminated?
That's not very likely. The power of Irminsul covers every inch of... Did the prophecy say where that family member went?
To the limitless depths east of Sumeru.
Yeah, that must be the chasm.
What if it can be converted to a different form? I'm sorry if I'm suddenly not making any sense. However, follow me. I'll explain it.
So that elemental life form, came all the way here on its own and spent a long time by it, wouldn't it already have become the Withering like the others?
There is a chance that it could avoid that end, using the power of something here. I'm referring to what was used to fight against the Abyss. It once repaired the rifts of Tevat long ago. It has the ability to purify and stabilize power. Forbidden knowledge that its light has shone upon is kept here forever in a different form. Yep, it's just like soap bubbles that rise to the water's surface.
Another strange metaphor, but Paimon somehow get—
What the Lord of Dendro means is that the apocalypse was altered by the power of the giant spike and hidden within the oozing
Yes, and it shouldn't be far from here.
Take it easy.
It's over there!
Looks like we'll have to clear out the oozing filth in this area. You two should be able to take care of it, right?
But the truth is still unknown.
Yep, we know what to do. We'll just use the Lumen Stone on the oozing concretion.
Right idea. Wrong time.
Well, I don't understand. Oh, we finally managed to rescue—
It should be the life form from the prophecy.
That light.
Wait, something dark is coming out. What's going on? Didn't Nahida say it?
Maybe it's because such a long amount of time has passed. Although the power of the oozing filth is more stable than that of the apocalypse, it is still a form of— It might have lost its mind after being
Oh no!
I should be able to purge it with my elemental power. But this is our only chance.
Traveler!
It's okay. I trust your judgment. I was being a little hasty myself. Let's see if we can—
Oh, yeah! You said that the
You want to use its power?
The Lord of Dendro seems hesitant. I too would advise caution. It's risky to use its power without fully understanding its intended—
Don't understand. This no good. That
Yes, I understand. But this is our only chance to return.
It's okay. There's no need to argue. How about this? Traveler, I understand that you have an amazing resistance to forbidden knowledge.
Don't overdo it, Traveler.
Lord of Dendro, and you others, how long have—
Yay! Looks like it—
Lord of Dendro, here in person. Does that mean the apocalypse? Wait, did you get smaller again?
I'm sorry. That portion of my memory is highly unreliable at the moment.
That sounds about right. After all, the purpose of my existence is precisely for those unreliable— You once said that the apocalypse will be completely eradicated, and that relevant memories will become unstable. Even you couldn't promise that you'd remember our agreement after those events take. However, you are definitely someone who stays true to your word. My sacrifice.
You and I made the agreement?
Yes, you used your power to protect me. That is the reason why I was able to survive here. To be honest, I'm nearing my end. I had thought I'd be stronger.
No one can withstand the power of the
In order to preserve a somewhat stable memory, I had to change the power of the Only the giant spike that fell from the sky was capable of doing something like that. Is the moment I lost my chance of being rescued by the Lord of... But enough about me. Lord of Dendro, let's get to the important matter at hand. As you can see...
I understand. Can you please tell me what this is?
This is a fire seed. It's an essential item for saving the Dendro Dragon. Thank the Lord of Dendro and our people created this item together. It mimics how the Dendro Dragon's heart of Oasis. The Dendro Dragon has been tormented by the apocalypse for far too long. It too is nearing the end of its... However, if you are able to reactivate its heart of Oasis using the fire seed, and as a result, our homeland will...
Oh, no wonder the crystal was able to heal this fungus just now. That's...
What? You used the fire seed? That's... never mind. It's not your fault. You didn't... The fire seed contains a high concentration of elemental power inside of it. It's very powerful. It is not stable in its current form. To prevent any accidents...
Since I am its creator, I will take
All right. Aside from being able to heal the Dendro Dragon, the fire seed can also resonate with the heart of O. In other words, you'll be able to find the Dendro Dragon, but you should hurry. There is little time to wait. Forget about me.
Everyone is returning home.
As I told you, I've already lost Lord of Dendro. I thank you for coming to find me, and for being willing to... Our past has been saved, and now it's enough for me, just knowing that they will return home.
Hey, wait!
Can you use the Lumen Stone once more? I can still... Please. Of all of us, it deserves the chance.
This is a small ball of light that it left behind.
I can feel it. I can feel its knowledge and emotions. It has all returned to... Do not be sad, my friends. Its wish has come true.
Because its external form doesn't matter.
Yes, because our external form does not matter. And our home...
Let's go!
Home. I've been waiting for you. It's not much further. Follow me. We're
Quietly now. Take it easy. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding. Take it easy. Take it easy.
It's not much further. I can feel its power lingering and shifting around us. Sometimes it feels distant, but other times it seems close. This is its way of warning us. It has already noticed our presence.
We won't be able to see anything if we keep going that way. Hey, look! Something's over there!
We found it. A pep, the Dendro Dragon.
I knew it would be big, but not that big!
Puny god, puny human, leave my domain. Frail life forms like you cannot survive in the endless sands of the...
A pep, we're here to save you.
I do not need saving, especially not by you, brewer. You are no different from Amun. Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords. You're better off paying attention to your path ahead.
I know that you hate both gods and humans, but you've grown too weak now.
Let go. For oh, foolish brewer. You will find no gratefulness. You will only be reviving the dragon that will destroy Sumeru and the 7 nations.
No, you're ill, that's all.
That I am. Time will bring death to all. It's unavoidable. I am different from the ancient dragons that came to terms with you.
There's no need for this. There's no...
The truth. The shackles that the god of wisdom... I have paid dearly for the truth. And you shall do the same.
Hey, don't leave!
Careful! Something's coming!
Ah, what is that?
It's our family.
Huh? They're your family too?
External form not important.
The composition of their elemental power is identical to ours.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
This is also a form of adaptation. Although they've gradually taken this form in order to survive.
Is there any way to avoid
Hey! Can you guys talk?
They've given it their all just to survive.
They're being drawn by the fire seed. Only its power can temporarily free them from the... All that remains are the instincts to survive and search for energy needed to do so.
So this is the result.
Would our world become the same if forbidden knowledge was allowed to rampage across Tevat? Like fish struggling on land, unable to find a single puddle of fresh water in the entire world.
Yes, but please try to be gentle with them.
Busted. Don't blink. Look alive. You're dead meat.
Paimon thinks they used up all their strength.
They want to go home.
Yes, it was never their intention to leave the Dendro Dragon.
Is there a way to make them revert to their element? Years of torment is what turned them into their current state. Their external... It seems only the fire seed, or a Pep's Heart of Awake, but it'll be risky if we use the fire seed.
Correct. We cannot use...
Everyone goes home. Not...
This is becoming quite...
Let me think for a second. It's fine. Let's use the power of the fire seed. I can't bear leaving them in the desert like this. Don't worry, the decision is on me. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. It won't require much elemental power, but as long as I use my elemental power to stabilize it a little...
Thank you. Sorry. Stubborn.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Returning home is I'm not doing this just to protect you, but also because I hope to eat after all. That giant Dendro dragon...
I will stand with you, Lord of
Thank you. Alright, here it goes.
Family. We will all be able to go home soon.
Whoa. It's shining now.
Endless amounts of knowledge and emotions are moving inside. To imagine such growth could be achieved.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes.
Yes, finally.
This is the last part.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Commit it to memory.
Quietly now.
Everyone hold hands.
The range knows me.
Busted.
This cave is huge. Could this be where the Dendro Dragon lived? Yeah.
Our goal is not only to find the dragon, but that will be impossible if we can't get it to cooperate.
But how are we gonna do that?
I'll see what I can do. Pep, I know we don't see eye to eye, and that we have a very different understanding of the world and its order. However, we are both born of elemental power, and both suffered the torment of forbidden. We are not that different. And right now, we share a common enemy. We should not let our differences...
Wonder if the Dendro Dragon's even willing to live.
I don't care about what you believe in, who you hate, or what you've done in the name of hatred. Nor do I. I'm here to save both you and your people. My people. They've been searching for a way to save you ever since they left their homeland. They yearn for a chance to... And now that everything is over, all the hatred that you harbor has lost its meaning.
No response.
Your eagerness to survive means that you haven't given up on that world yet. If you claim to know so much more than I, then why don't you truly think about why you want to survive? And why you're so vengeful? Please keep everyone safe. And send us to the homeland.
Nahida, where are we? Huh? And what about the Traveler? Where'd she go?
I was only able to ensure that we made it here safely. It's possible we...
Well, then
Yep, let's go.
Paimon knows that. It's just that... let's hurry. She might be just...
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1. If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
What's that?
That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed. The damage it suffered internally will also slowly begin to heal.
Then let's hurry and light it!
All right, hang on.
Wait! The fire seed!
It shattered. It was even more unstable than I expected.
But why? We barely used it!
I'm not sure. Perhaps the fire seed was only capable of protecting one person. But if I didn't use its power on everyone, there's no way of knowing where you could have been sucked into. And even if that's the case, there's no...
Unless what?
Unless I was already in a weakened state when I created this fire seed, which would be when we had first saved the desert.
Oh no. Wait, let's put that aside for... If the fire seed has shattered, wouldn't that mean we came all this way for nothing? Oh. Do you know what we should do now, Nahida?
Don't worry, Paimon. This is my response. Although my elemental power is slightly different than that of elemental life forms, so all I have to do is imitate that power.
You're gonna become the fire...
Yes. It'll take a lot of I might, however...
What happens if you...
I'll become a blade of grass or a twig. Basically, I'll return to how I was first born. I will be able to unleash power beyond my limits if I can reverse the process of growth.
But you'll lose everything. You'll not only...
That's all right. None of that matters.
No, wait! There has to be another way.
Maybe you and the Traveler can plant me in the soil of Sumeru once it is all over. I can still communicate with the world through the forest. It's just that you...
You can't be serious. If the Traveler were here, she definitely wouldn't let you go through with it. If we knew this was how you were going to take responsibility...
I'm sorry, Paimon, but not all eagles who have fallen to the ground can soar in the sky once again.
No. The fire seed shattered, and Nahida's... she's...
I know. A sacrifice must be made, but not by the Lord of Dendro. We've all grown on this long journey. If the purpose of that growth was to return home, then our wishes have come true. Would you lend us your power?
You knew it would come to this. All the knowledge, language, and emotions that you have learned will be reverted into pure elemental energy. In your new homeland, nothing of who you were will remain. You won't be remembered by anyone. Is that truly the return you've always dreamed of?
Lord of Dendro, don't be sad. This is not your home. We go home. Lord of Dendro should also go home.
Hear us, please. Feel our heartfelt desires. Awaken!
Because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes, finally. We can go home.
Thank you for protecting me with your elemental power. Goodbye. We may never meet again. I will wait for her no matter how long it takes. This is the agreement we made.
Grow!
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Their knowledge, memories, and emotions have been reverted to elemental power and released. They are no longer able to respond. The guardians that have accompanied me for countless eras have also transformed into my elemental power, just as they did. They will be born once again now that they're one. There's
That's different! They won't ever...
Paimon, we will never understand it, and it will never understand us. But as long as you can be healthy again, then nothing else matters to me. Samara will be free from threat as long as you're healthy.
I thought that my rage would be kindled once my power returned to me. However, what I feel now is a feeling that has long eluded me.
The forbidden knowledge influenced you ever since you were contaminated, greatly amplified.
Yes, there's no denying that. Although my hatred for that usurper from beyond the heavens still stirs, be that as it may, my position still... When you inevitably perish due to your ever-expanding curiosity, I will still sneer and mock you in my heart.
Yeesh.
I respect your decision, and with time, I will prove to you that we will... Before you begin resting, there is one last... How did you become affected by forbidden knowledge?
It's a long story. We all once believed in the distant past that only forbidden knowledge could give us enough power to defeat the heavenly principles. The Dragon King acquired the power of darkness from outside of this world and led us in a fight against the order established by the outside.
Dragon?
An unimaginable war took place into that, causing destruction on an unprecedented scale. In war, the victor would inherit the right to shape the world, while the losers must turn it. But I didn't give up on searching for a way to turn the tides. As I attempted to collect more forbidden knowledge from the corners of the world, as it was on the verge of collapse, I was stopped by sand dunes arose where there was only forest. And it was as if even Sumeru itself was trying to tell me that the era of the dragons was...
But you still didn't give up, did you?
Yes. Al-Ahmar eventually obtained this power with the help of Nabu Malikata. His ambitions continued to grow. Although I didn't think much of him, I allowed his... The condition was that after his death, At that time, I still harbored deep regrets. But some of the dragons have grown close to your kind, and have forgotten all about our hatred from when the world was... And some died, leaving... But for me, I will follow it until the end.
You really are.
When Al-Ahmar's proud kingdom collapsed, I swallowed him whole as I agreed, and however, what I gained was no benefit. No. I used up all my strength just trying to keep the pain under control. I had no energy to analyze, but even then, I still believe that his
So that's how the
I admit that I fell for his trap. I was like a final failsafe in his plan. Tiny Boer, and the rest of you. Continue. How far will a life so dear and precious to the heavenly principles be able to go? I wonder.
Hey! Looks like we've been sent back out!
The dragon will need to rest for a very long time. It's not as ruthless as it was before. Curing the dragon of its illness has seemingly made it more...
Nobody's in a good mood when they're feeling sick. Even though we accomplished something really important, Paimon still doesn't feel happy for some reason.
Indeed. Although each opportunity for growth, perhaps the immense power we release...
Can you really call a place with no family your home?
Family... Right! The hydrofungus left behind its family. Those two fungi might be...
Oh, yeah! Let's hurry and go take...
Take it easy.
They're still here! Have they really been waiting here all this...
We're back. I'm sorry. I really am. But it's gone home and won't be able to return. Don't be sad. It did it to protect you. Your happiness is more important to it than it. It said that Newer is its most important family. That's your name, isn't it? Oh. This is wonderful. So it has left traces of itself. They will definitely meet again. Someday.